Welcome to the Youth1 Spotlight. I am your host, Ryan Oliver, and today I am very excited because I am joined by two of the rising stars from the 2027 class, the Russ twins, Kingston Russ, Christian Russ. How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. I want to start with you, Kingston. You're the quarterback, so quarterbacks are the kind of like the head of the snake of the team. So I want to start with you. I want to know a little bit about how long you've been playing the quarterback position and what you enjoy about that position.
Well, I've been playing quarterback since the 4 years old. Before I was like a big Patriots fan. I loved Tom Brady at the time. And so I kind of like made my game off of him, but in a slight bit difference. Like I'm not a pocket passer. I'm a scrambler. And I feel like it's been a journey because I've had so many accomplishments and it's just going really well so far as of right now.
What is it about playing the quarterback position that has kind of drawn you to the position? Was it a skill set thing? Like, did you have just more of an arm talent, or was it just kind of like the leadership of the position? Or in your own words, what was it?
Um, I feel like, yeah, it's a mix of both. My arm talent has kind of stood out from everybody else who's trying to play quarterback, and my leadership, my positivity with everyone around me. I try to keep everything on the right track and positive.
Yeah, absolutely. And Christian, you play the receiver position. You're very talented. I think you're a great route runner from the film that I've seen. I want you to tell me a little bit about how long you've been playing the position of wide receiver and what you enjoy about that.
I've been playing receiver, I think, since I was 8 years old. I started as a linebacker originally because I loved the hit.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I wasn't like the typical linebacker. I wasn't like big for my age, and I had hands too, and I was fast. So I was like, let me try receiver, and it's been going really good for me. I mean, as I can see, all the accomplishments I've gotten, all the awards. I would definitely say I work on my route running the most out of like all the abilities as a receiver. I take that into a lot of consideration.
Yeah, well, that hard work is definitely something I've seen on the film, the little bit of film I have seen of you. I feel like that your route running is something that immediately stood out to me. And you guys both kind of mentioned that you guys have received recognitions for your abilities. I know that, for you, Christian, you've been on wide receiver hit list, of the top receivers in your class. And I know you guys have both won different awards, different camps. Starting with you, Christian, can you tell me a little bit about some of the more recent awards and recognitions you have received? And then Kingston, you can tell me as well once Christian's finished.
Yeah. So I just came back from the Under Armour camp. I got an invite from the Under Armour camp. Not too long ago, I made the FBU middle school All America team, and then I also made Coach Flo, the coach from FBU. I made his 15U 7-on-7 team, which was a big deal for me, especially at the time I was 13. Definitely that felt good.
How about for you, Kingston?
Like he said, we both got an invitation to the UA camp in Baltimore, and I went to the Mega Six QB competition in Dallas, Texas, at the old Dallas Cowboy Stadium. So it was really good and really fun.
Yeah, that's awesome. And that's a next gen event, correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so next gen, I mean, Youth One, we work closely with next gen too, and that's elite talent that you're going up against. So it's always great to get an invite, and you guys are both very talented young athletes. So I'm not surprised by that. I want to ask you guys. I'll start with you, Kingston, about the progression you've made over maybe the past year in your game. Tell me how you're feeling about your game right now.
I'm feeling really good about my game. I'm starting to make changes. My hand adjustment with the football, and just like trying to be more accurate, like in keeping my feet like stay like and ready and active all the time.
In your own words, Kingston, what would you say your strengths are?
My strengths are well, I'm very tall. I have a lot big size, at my size and weight. And yeah, like I scramble around the pocket. I'm a playmaker. Like regardless of the O line I have, like you'll know if I'm gonna make a play or not, because that's my number one thing I want to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And for you, Christian, I want you to tell me a little bit about the like where you how you feel like your game has progressed over the past year. And I also want you to tell me a little bit about your leadership and how you feel like you serve as a leader for the teams that you play for.
Sure. So over the year, I would definitely say my maturity level when it comes to the knowledge and the IQ of the game. That's just from traveling the country, learning from coaches. It's definitely impacted me, and that's a big part. That plays a big role in my receiver abilities. And I would say my leadership from learning from all those coaches, I would say I'm definitely a teacher on the field now. No matter what, I'm always trying to help out my teammates. If that's a question about something in football or anything, I'm always trying to help.
Absolutely. And I know leadership, as far as the quarterback position, goes hand in hand. Kingston, what would you say your leadership style is? And do you feel like you serve as a leader for the teams that you play for?
Yeah, I believe I do. I kind of go by action. I really don't say much. I just let my game talk and let people follow around. And other like maybe like yeah, like since the quarterback, it's such a big role to like speak up since you're like the captain of the team.
Right.
And like I'll teach people like how like if they're doing something wrong, and I'll give them constructive criticism about what you should do next and what should be done and what shouldn't be done.
I think that totally makes sense. I think as young athletes, you guys are only, in the 2027 class. So that makes you guys rising eighth graders, correct?
Yes.
Yeah. So you guys have plenty of time to kind of develop that leadership. I think as young athletes, you're kind of still finding your voice. And so it's not always easy to be a vocal leader when you're still finding your voice. And I think that that'll come with time. So I think that makes a lot of sense what you guys are saying. I want to ask you guys, I'm going to start with Christian on this one. If I've never seen you play wide receiver, Christian, and I come to a game, what can I expect to see?
You can expect everything imaginable when it comes to receiver position. I take if that's just practice, if that's in a game, no matter like how important it is, I'm always going to bring effort because I lead by example. My teammates watch me, I want them to see somebody they can look up to, somebody they see as a role model. And that's why I take into consideration.
Yeah, absolutely. And Kingston, I want to ask you the same thing. If I've never seen you play quarterback before, and I come to a game where Kingston Russ is playing QB, what can I expect to see from you?
Well, you're gonna expect a movie. I feel like I have so many attributes to my game that stands out from the others. Like I said before, I'm a playmaker. I scramble out the pocket. I have a big arm, and all like the perfect quarterback attributes that you would want to see on the field.
Yeah, well, absolutely. I want to ask you guys a little bit about your goals. I'm gonna start with you on this one, Kingston. Tell me a little bit about some short-term goals you have for yourself, and then some long-term goals, like where you want to take football in the future.
My short-term goals right now, I want to get a few more more awards under my belt, and like get more college visits or college camps, and so because I want to get my name on the radar, since I'm in Rhode Island and it's like a pretty small state and it's not a lot of publicity. I was like Florida, Texas, and California.
Right. Right. What about your long-term goals?
Um, for my long-term goals, yeah, like to get more notice, I'd say, and to get more offers if they come up in the future, and just to keep my same reputation as a positive leader, and to lead everyone on the field.
I think those are great goals to have for yourself. I know that playing college football is important. Obviously you want to get your education paid for too. That's not a bad goal to have for yourself. Christian, I'm going to ask you the same question: short-term goals and long-term goals. What are you thinking?
Short term goals, I would say keep inspiring. I definitely for the youth. I really care about the youth, and I want people when they get older to my age, I want them to look at me and see that I was their role model. And that just goes by keep winning awards, keep working as hard as possible, and just along Kingston, be positive. Positivity, I feel, is one of the most important attributes and things you're gonna have, not just in football, but in life.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that that's really well said. I think that you make a good point about being a positive role model. I think that that's really awesome to hear that that's something that matters to you. I want to ask you both about some off the field stuff. What are some things that you guys like to do in your free time when you're not, playing football or in school? What are some other things you guys like to do?
Um, well, I think we both like to do. We both play Madden and we both play video games, like stuff that like is involved around sports,
Right.
because we all stay active. And so I feel like, yeah, so I feel like that's like one of our like hobbies that we like to do.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Do you guys play any other sports?
I just play Madden, and he plays 2K20, like 2K
Okay,
and Madden. So
I got
I
you.
would
What else?
also I would
Go ahead.
also say that's for him. For me, I would say that I am like for my school, I offer do some service learning, go around and help out with little kids and help their teachers out, like kids who don't have the same opportunity as me.
Yeah.
That's definitely something I like to do.
That's awesome. I used to do something like that too back when I was in like my early college years. So I think that that's awesome. Like that's something that I think I look back on and I think gives me a lot of like joy to remember those memories and to have those times. So I think that that's really awesome, Christian, that you're doing that, and that's something that means something to you. So this is an important question to ask everyone that interviews with me for the first time. I'll start with you, Christian. What is in your headphones before a big game to get you pumped up to go out there and make big plays?
Uh, like what artist?
Artist, what's your favorite song or something like anything? I mean, you can take it wherever you want. If there's an artist, that's great.
Uh, oh, that's hard. I would say, uh, I would definitely say music. I gets me pumped up. Gets the team energy high. I would say, if I had to get some artists, I would say K Flat, some Pop Smoke.
Okay. I'm not familiar with the first one. I know who Pop Smoke is. Who was the first one?
K Flat.
Okay. I'm not. Is that like a local artist or is that more of a?
He's up and coming, New York
Okay.
Joe.
Okay, cool. New York drill. Okay. I
Yeah.
honestly I ask, and then like y'all be putting me on the new artists when I ask you guys who y'all listen to, because I get all types of answers. So I love asking this question. How about you, Kingston? What are you listening to get you pumped up to go out there and throw touchdowns?
I feel like it starts well, like the energy kind of starts from me. I'd say like regardless, like just like you said, positive attitude and like attacking the main goal. Like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm going to throw touchdowns. I'm gonna be complete with every ball. I'm going to be this. I'm going to be that. Regarding to music, a lot of like I have like two. I say NBA Youngboy. I like him. He's
Okay.
very versatile. So, and maybe like he is like maybe like upbeat songs and like slow-ish songs, but I like him a lot.
Okay, cool. NBA Youngboy is a very popular answer I get. I've gotten Pop Smoke a couple times, but I honestly I get the most interesting answer to that question, and so I love asking it to you guys because someone told me they listen to jazz. Someone's like, I don't even listen to music. I just sit in silence. Like you get all types of answers. So it's for some reason that question is like a really interesting question to ask you guys. But NBA Youngboy is an answer I get quite frequently. He must be doing something right with your generation, because it seems like all you guys really like his music. So that's awesome. All right, guys. Well, I want to ask you one last thing. What about football makes you guys get up every day and want to make it such a big part of your life? What is it about football?
I would say the fact that when I'm not working and when I'm resting, somebody's getting better than me.
Okay.
I'm so competitive when it comes to that, and I'll outwork anybody no matter what circumstances. So I feel like knowing, like as soon as I wake up, I'd be like, somebody's getting better than me. I gotta go do something. Whether that's watching film, whether that's lifting weights, running routes, doing some drills, it's whatever. I gotta get better than I gotta work in some different aspect.
How about for you, Kingston?
For me, kind of like what Christian said, well, it's like the drive. I mean, that's my main goal, to make it to the NFL, and that's the long-term goal. And I feel like my route is, I want my route to be straight clear, even though there's gonna have bumps and hills in it, and just to stay on track with the main goal, and it's to make it to the NFL.
Well, I think I mean, y'all, I know y'all both are competitive, and making it to the NFL is, I know, like the biggest goal for all you young athletes. So, keep doing what you guys are doing. I know you guys are working hard. Use that competitiveness to fuel you guys in the weight room and your training and all of that stuff, and in school, obviously. And it'll pay off in the long run. And you'll accomplish your goals. You just gotta, right now is the time to build that foundation. And it sounds like you guys are building that foundation. So it's been a pleasure to get to know you guys. Thank you for joining me on the Youth One Spotlight. This is the Russ twins, Kingston, Christian. Thank you guys.
Thank you.